Hi, I'm Gio. I hope everyone's having the best blessed day that they could have today. Um, so if you can, please hit the subscribe button. Please like and share these videos as I'm trying to get this channel out there, so I can so hopefully it can help, can reach someone and possibly help them, to come into, to come to realize that they could also lead a better life, that they could come to be happier in their life, that they could come to be proud of the life that they're living. That's what I'm hoping to show people that they too can do as well. So I had a really good day today. I got up, I did a lot of productive things. I went tanning this morning. I went and got my hair cut. I went, to Goodwill. I always go to Goodwill like probably once a week, and I go there and I buy everything off the sales rack. So it's like $1.99. I think it went up from $1.49 to $1.99. All the sale items, but I always get like all these new shirts and everything. I get new shirts for work and stuff. I'm a very big clothes person. I like clothes a lot, so I do buy a lot of clothes. I have quite a bit of clothes now, but so I did all those things, and then I had a pretty interesting day on top of that. My probation officer showed up today, a little bit after 6 o'clock tonight, maybe around 7 o'clock, actually, closer to 7. All of a sudden, knocked at the door, without hesitation, just opened the door, even though I knew it was probably her because no one else ever knocks on my door besides my probation officer, and that doesn't happen very often, but nobody ever comes to my door for any reason. So I figured, it was a good chance it was her, but not to have to like look around, make sure anything's hidden, make sure anything's bad, and just to be able to open the door, with pride even, I was happy because I have a new probation officer, so I was like proud to be able to show her the house and stuff and show her, how nice everything looks and everything. So that was kind of a cool thing, I showed her my YouTube channel and, we talked for about, I got to know her a little bit, so that was really cool and it went really really well. So that was good. That was positive. A couple other cool positive things today. I talked to someone that I knew while I was using. I met him while I was in active addiction and everything, and we spent quite some time together. And I got to know this person, a good amount and everything. And he's actually a really good person. That has a lot of capabilities, and he definitely could have a lot going for him, but he's just so lost right now. And that's what he basically said to me was he told me, he's proud of me and everything. He's seen some of the videos and stuff, and that, he's really happy for me and that he's proud of me and stuff. And to keep up the good work and everything, but he said, that he's never been so lost as he is right now in his life, and I know what that feels like and everything, and so I just, I encouraged him that he's got to make that step. You got to just take a step in the right direction. But you got to want to do it. You got to really, really want to do it. And, and that you could always make that call. So, one thing that I heard today was that it's only a small journey to a new direction. It's only a small journey to a new direction. So I thought that was kind of cool thing to hear. So, small journey to a new direction. So for me, my small journey to a new direction would have been making that phone call to go to rehab. To actually saying to myself, okay, to having the thought, I want to stop, I want to get better, I want to change my life, I want to change my narrative, I want to live a life I can be proud of, I want to become a better person. I had to first want that for myself, and then I had to take action on that, so that was my action would have been to make that call for rehab. Once I made that call, and then to actually follow through, get in the cab to go there, and then to do everything that came afterwards. So that would be a small step. That would be a small journey to a new direction. For anyone that is actively using, and everything could be to make that phone call to go to a rehab facility, because it depends on how long you've been using or what that you're using, or how caught up into the life that you are, exactly what you're going to have to do to get out. But I know not many people that are in active addiction are going to be able to say, okay, I'm going to stop today and just stop and be done. That's a nearly impossible feat to do. So you need to take action and you need to take steps to, make it so you give yourself a chance, give your life a chance. So, for me, it was making that call, getting in the cab, going to rehab, and then, when I got to rehab, the best thing that ever happened for me was once I started praying to God and stuff, and once I started to feel His presence, you know, in my life again, well, I mean, I've always felt His presence and stuff, but I guess at a point in time when I was in rehab, I said that I'm going to turn my life over to God. God knows what's best for me. Whatever God's will is, you know, whatever is meant to happen will happen, and that's what it is. You know, that's what's going to happen based on God. You know, whatever is meant to happen will happen. So as soon as I started believing that, and I stopped like worrying about like what I was going to do, where I was going to go, you know, what I was going to do next, and I just put it in God's hands and I just let it play out, you know, that's when everything kind of changed. That's where everything kind of like started going really like, I started down the right path as soon as I did that, you know, which it always seemed like the right path, but I trusted in it and I trusted in the process, and this is where it got me, you know, to where I can make these videos with full pride and all genuinity. I don't know if that's a word, but with full genuineness, you know what I mean? I'm 100% genuine when I make these videos. I'm 100% genuine when I say that I hope to reach someone. I hope to make a difference in someone's life. You know, that's why I'm making these videos. I'm 100% genuine when I say that. I'm 100% genuine when I share all my experiences, share how bad things were for me, share how lost I've been, and how good it feels now to be where I'm at, and how good it feels to be living a life I'm proud of, you know, and how every day I just want to be as productive as possible, and I want to make steps in the right direction, you know, every day. So, you know, I just, did I do enough today? Positive. Did I do enough positive stuff today? You know, that's what I try to think at all times, you know. Did I pray enough today? That's a big one. You know, did I develop my relationship with the Lord enough today? That's a really, really big one, you know, especially for me. That's a really big one that helps me out, you know, tremendously and everything. So, but you know, a small journey. It's only a small journey to a new direction. So for anyone, you know, that is actively using and active, you know, that would be my first suggestion. It would be to get to a facility. You know, now the length of your stay, you know, you could maybe just need to go to detox and go get yourself cleaned out. You know, give yourself a break. Or else, you know, you could go do like I did. I went to White Deer Run, you know, 30-day program. I went through a week of detox and then 30 days in the program. And then from there, I was going to go on to another program was what my plan was. And that was basically based on, you know, because when I made the decision to go to White Deer Run, it was, you know, my daughter had told me, you know, that she was going to be getting married. And it was always said that, you know, I missed my daughter's 16th birthday. I missed her graduation. I missed her going to college. I missed her driving first time. You know, I missed all these things. You know, I missed everything. But, you know, if you can get yourself better, you know, maybe you'll be able to be at her wedding. You know, maybe you can be able to see grandkids, things of that sort. So now all of a sudden she's getting married. You know, this is 2022. All of a sudden, you know, she's getting married. You know, that's what I hear. Thanksgiving, she tells me, Dad, I got engaged. And then, you know, from there, I basically, things happen, whatever. But then we spoke again on New Year's. And, you know, I told her that I was going to do everything I could to get better, and that I wanted to be at her wedding, and I wanted to be a part of it, and I was going to get myself better to where I could be a part of her life. So, you know, so now I've been out of her life for quite some time now and everything, and I made things so much harder on her, you know, that for me to be able to go to like her wedding and everything, like I don't want to go there, and I don't want to be a problem that I'm there. Like, I don't want her to be uncomfortable that I'm there. I don't want it to be like her that she's embarrassed that I'm there. So, in order for me to make that happen, you know, me who's been in and out of jail, and she's marrying into a good family, you know, good kids and stuff, and like, there nobody's part of that life, and you know, in either family really besides me. So, you know, for me to get there and to be able to be proud that I'm there and stuff, I knew I had a lot of work to do and everything. And, you know, at the time that we're talking about this, now I have all these charges, you know, I have warrants out of 6 different courts, you know, how am I going to figure all this out, you know, and I have charges that could possibly put me in, you know, send me to prison for the first time, and I could go there for multiple years, possibly miss her wedding altogether, and then what do I have left, you know, if that happens. So I knew I needed to do something. I needed to do it quick. and I needed to do it, pretty extreme. I needed to be pretty extreme with it. So, for me, that was starting out going to that rehab and everything, and then from there, I planned on, I thought I was going to go on to another rehab, but I put my trust in God, and everything fell through with the rehab, and I ended up back in Herkimer, where I thought I had a place to go, but then I did not. So then I went back with people I knew, and then I ended up using. But, and then I prayed to God again to help me get out of the situation, and boom, we got pulled over. And I immediately asked to go to jail, and then I went there for 83 days, and, from there it's been a wrap ever since. When I was there, I put in all the work, reading the Bible, doing all the things that I did, to get myself to where I'm at now. But it hasn't been easy, but now I feel like I am on a pace that, I can go to her wedding, this year. It's supposed to be in the fall this year, and I can be proud. I can have her be proud that I'm there. I can have her feel okay that I'm there. I can have it be where I feel like I belong there. I feel like that's the trajectory that I'm headed on now, as long as I keep working at it, and I keep doing everything that I'm doing. But I knew I had to do a lot of work in order to get there. So that was something. But just always remember that, though. It's only a small journey to a new direction. So just anybody, make that call, get there and stuff, and start dealing with whatever it is that you have to deal with, And when you go to rehab, like, they'll put you on meds, they'll help you get housing, they'll help you, figure out a plan for your life. They're not going to just send you out the door with no plan. As long as you ask them and you say the things that you need to say in order to have a plan, and you got to really, really want it. That's the first thing, you got to be, they say, you got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. Which, I mean, it's a cliche, but it's true, though, like that person that I spoke to today, basically said that he's never been so low, and how much he just hates his life. I just remember that. I remember every day just waking up and, oh my God, I effing hate my life so much. I just hate my life so much. I don't know, and just having nothing for happiness, nothing to feel good about, or nothing going good, nothing, no hope. That's what it was like for a very long time for me. There was no hope, for a very, very, very long time, dating back well before this last year. There was many periods of time where I felt like that there was no hope, and that the only thing I could do to have any sort of hope in me was to use a substance, and that didn't really necessarily give me hope, but it just gave me freedom from having no hope. And that's what I feel like substances do. They give you freedom from having no hope. So if you look at it in the sense that you're hopeless, and truly realize that you're hopeless, and by using substances, all you're doing is becoming more hopeless. But just to realize that, you gotta have purpose, and you gotta have pride in what you're doing. Like, those are the two most important things. And until you have that, you're never gonna be happy. Like, there's no happiness in life if you don't have that. If you're not proud of what you're doing, and if you don't have a purpose. So, but I really, really hope that people can get there. I really hope that these videos can help people. But when I ended it with the person that I was talking to and stuff, he said hopefully when I get sober, we can go out and go do something. That's what he said. And I wrote back and I said, it's not hopefully, it's when you get sober, we'll go out and go do something. Because I do truly believe in this person, and I do truly believe this person has so much in them, and that they can do something really great in this world. And I really hope that they get there, and I hope somehow that I can inspire them to possibly do that. So that's what I'm hoping to do with these videos. That's what I'm hoping to do with my life. And that's what I'm hoping to do. But I do love everyone. I appreciate everyone so much. I appreciate everyone's support. I plan on getting a new camera, and I'm getting some software and stuff so I can start doing some editing and different things. So these will get a lot better and stuff. I've been writing down a lot of things that I want to talk about, and trying to get outlines, and trying to make this a lot more planned out, and a lot more put a lot more structure behind it and stuff, so we can make this be a success and everything. And hopefully this channel really can help someone, at least if it helps one person, then it's a success. But hopefully it goes on to help a lot of people, and I can show a lot of people that they too can do this, and that they too can have hope, and they too can live their lives with pride. And it's really not that hard necessarily to do. You just gotta really want it. You gotta make a small journey to your new direction, and you gotta take action. You can't sit back and wait for something to happen, because then it's never gonna happen. Life will go by. You'll be like me, looking back 9 years later since you spoke to, my youngest daughter. I haven't spoke to her in 9 years. and haven't seen her in 9 years, and it really breaks my heart and everything. And I'll talk about that sometime with you guys, because I do have a lot to talk about on that subject. But it goes by like that, you know. So all you're doing is just wasting your time. You know, I wish I was 10 years younger making this video. I really, really do, but I'm not, and I can't, you know, and I can't change that, obviously, and I can't necessarily dwell on the past. You know what I mean? But the past, I have to address it. You know, and I have to realize, you know, what I did and what it's caused and what I have to do to, not necessarily, because I'll never be able to make amends for it, but I gotta make it count for something. So that's what I'm hoping to do with these videos. But I love y'all. I thank y'all. Remember that it's nice to be important, but it's really important to be nice. Thank you all. God bless.